This week's video is the first in a series that's going to show you how to make cleaner, more maintainable code. We're going to do this by solving a very simple problem and cleaning up the code that is used to do that. The problem we're going to solve is one of geometry, where we're trying to figure out if a given point is outside of a given circle, yet within the square that is as big as that circle. So as you can see in this case, only one of the 4 points meets that criteria. I've got some code that already does this, but it's very ugly. Let's take a look at this. If I had code like this, it would work, but when I come to look at it again next week, I won't understand what's going on with it, or if someone else has to maintain it, they won't understand what's going on, and they'll probably just write it over from scratch. That's a lot of trouble. So why don't we show how we could write this code right the first time? To write this code properly, we're going to need to understand the notation that we're using. We are going to have some variables x and y, which represent the xy coordinates of the point of interest. We're going to have xc and yc, which are the center of the circle and square. And then we're going to just know that the radius is always 1. Now at some point we're going to need to calculate this value, which is the point radius. That is the distance from the point of interest to the center of the circle and the square. Knowing that, let's look back at the code that we're writing that's all cleaned up. In this code, you can see that the first thing we do is calculate the point radius. We do that with simple geometry. And then we're going to simply say is in circle. That is true if the point radius is less than 1. Okay, that's easy. Now we know if we're in the circle. How do we know if we're in the square? Well, we look down there, and if the difference in the x position is less than 1, and the difference in the y position is less than 1, then we must be in the square. Finally, to solve our logic problem, we can look at this where it says if not in circle and is in square, display in square and not circle. Perfect. This code is much more readable. There's still a lot more we can do with it, but that's all for this week. As always, if you have any comments or questions, please let me know. Thank you.